number 2, and that smaller location number 3 is in the corner. Before I play the video, I want to orient you to what you're seeing. Along the top is Vista Del Mar. The parking lot is just out of view of the camera at the top of the screen. Along the top left-hand corner is Selma, forms that intersection. The red arrow is the defendant, Mr. Mayers. And the green arrow is the victim, Mr. Efron. Okay.
This is obviously later than the initial altercation. This is where the firearm was pulled. You hear the gunshots. This is where the alleged crime occurred that the state is trying to prove exactly what happened on this camera. Definitely not as clear as the other camera.
Now, what you see as the video plays is...
So what was interesting to me also about this part is he plays it multiple times. He zooms in, he slows it down. He talks about how he made the floodlights, go off. So we're going to be able to tell exactly, who was where. And again, this was good too. The little blurs, you show who's who. I thought they did a good job with that. One of the interesting factors in this case is the victim was not seriously injured. And they're going to admit that. And they're going to talk about that's why it's not maybe even charged as a more serious crime than what he's charged with at this point. I also think it's interesting just how they kind of handle, he says, you're going to hear what the elements are and what the crime is when the judge reads it to you. So that's an interesting way to not put it in your opening statement either. So let's listen to him discuss kind of how you deal with I'm not going to say it's a bad fact, but it's a more difficult fact to get the jury to really buy in and want to punish a defendant if the injury is not severe, number one. Number two, listen to how he describes or how he deals with maybe this injury didn't even come from a bullet. So let's take a listen.
This is holding ills in front of him. Now, despite how dangerous this is, having a semi-automatic pistol pointed at you and discharged twice, you will hear that Mr. Efron was not seriously injured by this shooting. He has these injuries